Rock and roll. All right, party time.
Godzilla says that I should learn to fight my own battles. No.
Hello, cadets. Welcome to another episode of the Big Monster Briefing Room. This is the last show of Season 4. It's show number 112, by gosh. I can't believe we made it this far. Let me bring in my able-bodied assistant, Major Millie Hazzard.
Well, thank you for saying that because I'm going to miss this season opener. Now, I know the next season's got a very fascinating and amazing opener. I can't even believe one of our personal friends even opens the whole thing. It's incredible, you know. But
Yes.
this one has a special place in our hearts. We've gotten used to it, General. We're going to have to bring it back.
Well,
maybe
and you got used to what are you going to do with those pies, boys? And we got past it. You know, I mean, every
never
season
really
we
got
have a new
past
set of movies, so we put the clips from those movies in the opener. So
I got news for you, General. I never really got past the pies thing. I'm still kind of upset and ornery about
you're
the
still
pies.
upset that we got rid of that one.
I'm still
Well,
kind
and
of ornery.
this show is another special show because it's on February 29th, which means this is probably going to be the only Big Monster Briefing Room that was shot or filmed on February 29th.
That's
So,
amazing. I know because
just
it's a
saying.
leap year.
Just saying.
It's a leap year.
So I wore my tactical gear because we have a very special guest on here, someone who was involved in this training film, which is Jeepers Creepers. They played a trooper in this film, and let's not keep them waiting any longer. Miss Avis-Marie Barnes. There she is.
Hi, how you doing?
I salute you.
Hey, well, you know what? Yeah, cool.
You went head to head with the creeper.
Yes, almost literally.
Yes.
Almost
Well, the other
literally.
trooper went head to head with him, even a
Yeah, he
little
went more head than I.
But we'll talk about that later. But good to have you here to tell us what was going on behind the scenes when you were shooting this training film. And this actually spawned a whole. I didn't realize that there were so many of these films. I thought there was maybe 2 or 3, but there's actually like 5 of them.
Yeah, I didn't realize until after the second one was done almost immediately after, and in California, unfortunately. But the first one was probably the most fun because you didn't know what was going to happen.
Right. Yeah, it was all a big surprise, and at the end, you're like, oh, okay, that's what it is. All right. So, yeah, got it. All right, so we won't spoil that surprise right now, even though we are the Cliff Notes of horror films. So if you don't want spoilers, we are going to do a timeline from the beginning of the film to the end of the film. You're going to see the whole thing in slides. And also, this one in particular is a little graphic. So again, parental discretion is advised. We have some pictures that are kind of gnarly. So there it is. All right, this is a United Artists picture, which I was surprised about as well.
Yeah. No, honestly.
Go ahead.
No, honestly, yeah, it is United Artists. When it first started out, it was like it was the first one, and didn't know where it was going to go, you know.
Right.
And it's now like a cult favorite, which is great.
And it had Justin Long in it. Now, it looked like I saw some pictures of some of the other films. It looks like Justin Long actually comes back for one of them. I don't know how, but he's in another one of them.
Yeah, goes back as I think like a ghost, and and he sort of helps. You know, he sort of stands there and helps people probably navigate unsuccessfully to avoiding the creeper itself. But yeah, he does come back.
The general message of this film is you can't beat the creeper, no matter what you do.
You cannot.
So anyway, we start out, nice shots of middle of nowhere. and a car comes into view, and it's Gina Phillips and Justin Long playing a brother and sister, Trish. And, for the first half of the film, it sounds like she's calling him Gary.
Yeah.
And his name is actually Darius. We see on his underwear later. Yeah, he's Darius. So she's calling him Dairy, like milk products. So they're doing a little game where they play about license plates, which makes a part of the film that comes a little later kind of even creepier.
Yeah.
Because of the license plate on the Creepers car.
Oh, most definitely. It sort of sets the stage for the rest of the film.
And there you go. Yeah. Well, and again, you think beating immediately because it says B at the beginning, so beating you. But it hits you about halfway through the film. Oh, wait a minute, that's eating. He's a cannibal.
That's eating. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Stay away from that truck.
That truck right there comes up on behind them. He's a total weenie head. He's just honking and trying to get around. And Justin Long straight. I should call him Derry. Derry's just trying to wave him around. Go around. And finally he does. This is my decapitated gnome, by the way. Appropriate for some films.
Yeah. What? Going around or just somebody giving you some sort of pre-warning. Yeah, putting your head out the window.
Now that's me in traffic, right there.
That's you in traffic.
I have terrible road rage.
Oh my God! Then I'm worried about you. I mean, luckily he was out in the middle of nowhere where there was no obstacles to sort of lop it off.
If the creeper runs a stop sign and I'm there, man, I'm yelling at him. I'm sorry, I can't stop myself.
Or cutting you off, probably. Yeah.
There it is. I do not like to be cut off in traffic. Not by anybody. Yeah. By gosh, not by the living dead, not by anybody.
Not by anybody. Oh, dear. Really?
So I don't know why I added this slide, but yeah, they're taking a break on the side of the road to pee.
Oh, break. Okay.
Yeah. And they continue forward for a little bit. They're in the middle of nowhere. They make that very clear here. There's like a long space between each little town that they come through. Yeah. So they pass the creeper's house, which is suitably creepy.
Yes, it is.
Like it's an old church, actually. He's kind of made his own little demon home.
The thing is that you kind of wonder why somebody stops.
Well, they're just going by it slow. They slow down a little bit. They're just going by it.
They just go by it slowly.
Yeah, they see him throwing something that looks like a body in a bag.
Yeah, please. Yeah, just leave it alone.
Round sewer things.
Yes, but they did stop.
Big one.
Oh my God, no. Like I said, you look at something like that and you say to yourself, just keep going.
Hit the
There
gas.
are so many other towns that you could go visit. And then talk about this later on. Oh my God, don't you remember the guy that was standing on the side of the road?
And he sees them and he recognizes them. So obviously he starts to come after them. They're in the middle of nowhere, so no mobile. This was before 3G, 4G, 5G.
Yeah.
Now. So yeah, look at that old phone, man. It's got a little antenna on top.
I had one like reception. That. Yeah. Well, I mean, they never had any reception.
So obviously Sprint. So he's coming after them. And now I'm gonna have Sprint coming after our show. Hey, why didn't you say that?
You're in trouble.
So he's coming after them with that truck again. What kind of truck is that? Do any of the viewers who are watching, do anybody know what kind of truck that is? Anybody?
No.
He's banging in the back of the car. Is actually nice too. It's like a classic car. He's banging in the back of the car. He means business this time.
Yes.
You would think.
Well, well, obviously very, very upset about being called out and then supposedly follow very paranoid monster, which is kind of interesting considering the fact that he has power over everybody and can fly. Why is he driving a
paranoid monster? I like that. Okay, they end up going through a cow fence into a cow field, and he moves on. That was the surprising part. He didn't come back and get him. But then again, that
He's
would have been
got
like a 15-minute movie.
Yeah, it would have, but he says I can do it later. I can do it later. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Basically, just to screw with them first, and then maybe just take notes. I know their license plate number.
I think he was trying to scare him.
Yeah, he was just trying to scare him. But I mean,
he feeds off your fear.
Yeah, he does feed off your fear and the smell and everything else.
Yeah, he likes the smell.
Yes, he does. He likes it. So maybe that's what he got a hint of. If seeing this all the way to the end, but I could never understand why he stopped in the first place. He could have had them dead to rights, like you said, and then it would be
right
over.
Here.
Yeah, right here.
Now, here's the part where you as a viewer go, what the heck? Because Justin Long's like, we got to go back. We got to go see what he threw down that well. And she's like, what are you, nuts? And I'm with her. I'm on her side. Like, look, you don't want to get killed by a monster. Don't go back to his lair.
But I don't understand. Well, they had all those old sayings. What is that? Curiosity killed the cat.
Indeed.
Yes. And the whole idea of, I don't understand why you need to find out. Why?
Well,
why can't you just speculate?
He rationalizes that it could be somebody that's alive, and that they could save somebody. And I get that.
Do you?
But no weapons.
Do you?
Going in empty-handed, nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody that looks like he's kind of crazy. Yeah, okay. Dial 911, but there's no signal. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But hey,
I don't understand why you would go back.
911,
But I don't understand why you would go back. It's in the script. That's it.
Now, I don't know if you noticed at the top of the church, but one of the sides of the cross is broken off. Yeah, see that? So it doesn't really look like a cross. It does, but it doesn't. But I think there's symbolism there. I don't know why, but I think there's symbolism there. So they go back. She is totally not down with this plan. And he's making it worse by going, look, I got to get closer down there. Here, grab my shoes. And she's like, oh, my God. Derry, can we just go? Can we get to Mom's house so she can do your laundry? Come on.
Oh, my God.
He goes down there with a flashlight. Yes, and you know what's going to happen.
The thing is that I was in a movie theater watching this for the first time, and there was a whole bunch of people just yelling in the audience, what? No!
I bet that was great.
Are you shooting?
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I bet that was the best.
It was. It sort of helped me, because I was like, and watching it, even though you were there, but in watching it, it's like, God, why are you going down there? Because I didn't. It doesn't make any sense
to yourself, what the heck did I do to get in this movie?
No, I know what the heck he got it. Huh?
Did anybody recognize you at the screening?
No. It's
you
a
look
lovely
very different as a character. Your hair's much shorter. You look very different.
Yeah, no, still a braids, but definitely no. Okay. I think they all see the uniform.
Right. You're in your civvies.
I was in my civvies, yes.
So rats show up and he screams. It freaks her out. She drops him, and he ends up down in the cavern of hell.
Oh my God!
The basement of this thing's. If it was a real person, it'd be like Buffalo. You just fell into Buffalo Bill's lair.
Yeah.
So there he is. You don't know if he's dead or alive for about a minute there. He's just not moving.
Mm-hmm. How dirty that is, how greasy that is. I mean, that whole thing just looked really nasty. It just looked nasty.
And he cut his hand too, so he probably would have died of an infection, if nothing else.
Yeah. There's that.
No bacteria down there. So
oh my God.
And he sees the body bag.
Your bodies.
And there's a kid in the body bag, a teenage kid. Played by Dying Boy. That's his name. Dying Boy is played by Chris Shepperton. So if anybody knows Chris Shepperton, the actor, tell him he was on the show. We gave him credit. And he's grabbing at his stomach, and Derry pulls down the thing a little further, and he's all stitched up weird like.
Yeah.
And he dies right there in front of Derry. Mm-hmm. But that's not the worst of it.
No, it's not. It doesn't end.
So he tells his sister, Trish, I'm going to try to get up. I'll find a way to get upstairs. Just wait, hang out for me. That there's bodies down here. This guy is a psycho, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, great. Thanks. I'll just wait by the car. So he looks around and he finds out that there are hundreds of bodies strewn about the ceiling in like this Michelangelo kind of thing. Yeah, it's really creepy.
Extremely. It was a good shot. It really was. It was a shot that said, "Get the hell out."
Here you go. And what's really creepy about it is it's very dark in the beginning, so you can't quite make out what he's seeing. And it gets the background gets lighter and lighter until you finally make it out as the audience member. And that was a very impressive shot. I don't know how he did that, but I don't know. No. Maybe he turned up the intensity of light or something somehow in the background. But very impressive. How
or Derry had a great flashlight. Yeah, or Derry had a great flashlight. It was just wonderful.
Again, you can see one piece here, one piece here, one piece here, but the whole thing kind of comes into view. Yeah. It takes a few seconds. It's like your eyes are adjusting, like in the dark. And,
in the dark, yeah.
I was really impressed with that.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
So I believe the guy that wrote this film actually directed it, if I'm right. I can't remember.
Chris Howitzer, yes. Yes, he did.
Okay.
At least he did. He also did Powder, I believe. Yeah, okay. But he wrote that. He's got a very, very overactive mind. That's
overactive. That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
You've got a kind of a creepy feeling.
Creepy little mind. Yeah. For all intents and purposes.
But that's Hollywood. That sells. So he sees closer some of this tableau. He sees a husband and wife that are stitched together. It's just really creepy, and they're like wax figures. They're hard as wood. He says later. So they've been treated with some kind of chemical or something that the creeper likes to treat them with to keep them as statues. She's sitting by the car and she realizes, oh my God, the truck.
She's relaxing by the car.
And she's trying to get the car started, and the truck goes by, and it's a different truck. It's not the creeper's truck, luckily. And he pops out, and it's a impact scare. Yes. So she freaks out. She, Gary, don't do that.
Just kidding.
We have one of those moments. So they're driving to the next town, and Derry, the gas is almost out, and Derry is not talking. He is just totally messed up.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't be? He would have been fine if he didn't go down a hole.
Again, if you learn anything from this, it's don't go tempting danger.
Yeah, that's true.
Call the police, by gosh. The police will fix it. Yeah.
Come out unmasked.
Okay, maybe not in this training film, but
no.
Call the military.
No, we tried. We tried, but at the same time, we did. We tried. We came out. We took the report. We followed them there. Just didn't work out the way that we thought. But we did not call back up. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, hundreds of bodies. Okay, call back up. Come on.
There you go.
But that's the way it worked way back then. You go, you investigate, and then you report back.
So they go into a little diner. And they have these people looking at them when they come in. And never have I felt more unwelcome in my life.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice diner.
I mean, I understand Derry. He was a little dirtied up, but
That's true.
his sister looked normal.
He's looking a little homeless, but she's looking okay.
Yeah, she was
What the hell
fine.
is she doing with that guy? That's what they're looking
Yeah.
at. They're going, "What the hell is she doing with that guy?"
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, but they all stopped talking.
So the payphone rings, and waitress Beverly, that's her name, Beverly the
Yes.
waitress. She says, "Are you going to answer that?" So they do. And on the other end of the line is Giselle Gay Hartman, who is a psychic, and we don't know that.
Yes.
She's saying all these things that like she points out his tattoo on his belly, that we can see because of the rip in his shirt. Like it's like a Captain Kirk thing. He's ripped his shirt when he went down down into
Yes.
the pit.
Oh, Captain Kirk. That's great.
And she's talking about cats and all these other things that are going to happen to them as the film progresses.
Right.
They're freaking out. They're like, well, "Who is this? Why are you telling? Who is this?" And they end up hanging up on her. And then you guys, there you are.
Oh yeah, there he is. Lord have mercy. Looking very serious. No, this way.
No, they actually make a comment later about this guy looking like Deputy Dog or something like that.
Yes.
Rent-a-cop. They see as a rent-a-cop.
Rent-a-cop. Yes, John Bashir.
How was he to work with?
Oh, he was great. He was great. We actually worked together again in another thing where he in America's Most Wanted.
You were on America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted. He played the crook, and I played the nurse that turned him in.
The nurse that turned him in. You played a couple of nurses. I've seen you play a couple of. You were
yes, yeah.
Let's talk about your career for just a little bit, since we've got a moment. You were recently on the TV show with Brendan Fraser and Timothy Dalton.
What? I was.
You were the beekeeper.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. That's it. Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. Yes. Yes. I was on there. Yeah. No, I didn't meet them, and I forgot that they were on that. So
yes.
Yeah. I played
well, Brendan Fraser is just his voice.
Huh?
Another actor played his character, which is like a robot guy.
Yes, Brendan Fraser. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I played a beekeeper to give advice to April. That's the name of the young lady, the actress that was there, but I forgot her name on the show, and I love that show.
Right.
But she needed some sort of advice, and I gave it to her in the best way that I knew how, which was the worst way that I knew. But it was fun.
I remember there was a communication thing going on with you and your kid in that.
Yes, called her a dumbass and stuff. I said I was one of the best mothers in the world. Absolutely the best mother in the world. Sitting up there on the porch drinking beer and telling her.
You're also on Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, that was another nurse. Yeah. I let the prisoner get away. I have a thing for bad boys, obviously.
See, so you caught one crook, but you let another one go.
I let another one get away. Yeah,
let one go. So, of all the things that you've done, what was probably the best time you had?
The best time?
Yeah.
Oh, they did it was like two seasons of a show called Lodge 49. And that was probably the best time I ever had. I was a regular in the lodge itself, which is like a Mason type club. And I had a very good time with the people that I worked with. The writing was absolutely wonderful. There was Paul Giamatti on the show. There was several other. Huh?
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti, yes. Yes.
That's the only thing I can do is Paul Giamatti. That's my
Yeah,
impression.
I mean, yeah, he's up for. I mean, I watched him on the Holdovers. He's absolutely fantastic. He's as fantastic an actor as he is a person. He's
That's
a
what I
really lovely man. Yeah. So yeah, that was probably one of the best times. I met so many people that I would love to work with again, over and over and over again. You know, what is it? Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt
Russell.
who was
Yes,
just
he
on,
was the lead on the show.
Monarch,
Right.
Legend of Monsters, right? Playing his dad.
Yeah,
He's
and
the
playing
same
his
character.
dad. Yeah, and now that you see them up to, because you know, you see him by himself and you say, well, I guess that must be a mixture, but you see a lot more of his dad in that particular show than you do. You know. Yeah.
He's impersonating his dad.
Yes, he is, but it
was fun to watch them do interviews together because they're always busting at each other. He's especially
they seem like they have a very good relationship, and as a personality, as a person, he is such a nice person. They both raise very nice kids.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
and
that's
unlike
terrific.
The Beekeeper.
Yeah, unlike The Beekeeper. Yes, my child is going to grow up to be a juvenile delinquent, drinking lots of beer on lots of
superpowers, which is bad. So I know that the people that watch the show are going to want me to ask you: were you in any other training films, any other horror or monster films other than Jeepers Creepers?
Other than Jeepers Creepers, there was a horror film called Casadega, which I did well after Jeepers Creepers, and that was with that. Oh Lord, I really have to work on names now. But yeah, Casadega and any other horror flick, and another one, a short called Knock Knock, which had a good friend of mine, Shalita Boxy, and myself, and Shalita Boxy had killed the kids and put them in a refrigerator. And I was her best friend. I did not help her with that. In fact, I will deny ever knowing her once the police catch up to her.
You're the one that's in the film afterwards going, she seems so nice.
She's just seeing, yeah, I don't know what was wrong with her. No. I'd be sitting there. I knew there was something wrong with it. I tried to tell my friends, but I didn't, you know. I knew it.
But
I knew it.
I just couldn't put two and two together, but I knew.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely have to look up Casadega so we can have you back on the show again.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to our timeline.
Okay.
So now the waitress is like, is that your car outside, Beverly? Thank you, Beverly.
Yeah.
And they go out and they see all the clothes and stuff from the back seat thrown on the ground. The car's been vandalized.
Oh, Peggy Chef.
Hey, he was sniffing your clothes.
Yeah, that's Peggy.
And, the creeper was there. He's sniffing their clothes, getting their scent. And Darius realizes it. He pulls up his underwear. He's like, oh, God, great. Now this guy, he's going to be after us for good. And you're calling it in back to the station.
Yeah, well, see, that was the proper way to do things.
Yeah.
It's the proper way to do things. You had to call him back into the station. I don't know about the underwear, but
that was Darius's underwear.
Yes, I can see that. Thank you. Close up.
Calvin Klein, it says Darius around the
Darius on there.
He must have his own brand of underwear that he
either that or his mom is very, very careful. And I think that's.
I'm going to mark your underwear all the way around so everybody knows.
So that you don't mix it up with your sisters. That's basically it.
So, you guys are still processing this. Like, oh, he was sniffing their underwear. Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, okay.
So you check the car, and there is some fingerprints, but they're like really dusty. Like somebody already took a fingerprint kit and did the door handle there. And the reason is the creeper's got old hands, evidently, and he needs new hands and new body parts. The creeper revives himself by taking people's body parts.
Right. And yes, he does.
Especially at the end. So they're driving in their car. That you guys are in your cruiser right behind them. You're both having your own little conversations in the car. You're both making fun of each other. Which I found it very amusing. And the song Jeepers Creepers comes on the radio. And Giselle played that song over, or she sang that song over the telephone to Darius.
Right.
And he clicks with him. He's like, hey, that's the song. That's the song she was singing to me on the radio. And while he's doing that, you see the creeper land on top of the police car behind him.
Your police definitely. Yeah, an our police cruiser. And
so now you're like, wait a minute, what was that? So you look up.
You know, I mean, yeah, this is the only time where I think I had lost my mind. At 40 miles an hour, 40 to 50 miles an hour, I'm going to stick my entire body out of a car window.
So there was no like screen behind the car. It was you actually hanging your whole body outside the window. Outside
the window.
Oh,
and I'm thinking to myself, if something hits the roof, it rolls off. Why do I have to look for it? Because
no harness.
No nothing. To look and see.
No net. So
I wonder about that a lot.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
John Lennon be all over him.
And then see him standing up there. Oh my God!
You get pulled out of the window, and the creeper, and as you said at the beginning of the show, you don't see your character die.
No.
So he just kind of threw you out into the field. I guess you could have survived.
Yes. I think I did. And I think the last movie should be my revenge.
Why did they not call you for the other 4 movies? Come on.
I don't know.
He could come back, be a strong character.
Couple of broken legs and arms, but a lot of information.
So he reaches through the car and the car roof and pulls up your partner there, the driver.
Yeah.
What is his name? Trooper Gideon.
He pulls his head up,
and then we see the creepers. He's got like a scythe kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he takes his head off. I mean, I know that's what he did. Because he throws it in front of their car windshield. The creeper's got a great throw, by the way. He could be a professional baseball player because he throws that head right over the hood of the car in front of you. Right over the car there that Darius and his sister are in.
Trish. Oh my God.
Trish.
Yes, Trish. Trish.
So both cars come to a screeching halt.
And they still don't see me. I'm way down the road there.
Yeah.
He's way up the road
here. You're in the cow field.
Yeah.
He threw you over the fence. So there's the head. That looks like Trooper Gideon.
Yeah, that's his head. Yes, it is. Where was she?
The creeper walks out. And here we're going to get kind of our first view of this kind of thing. Even though it's kind of in silhouette. He does the sniffing thing with the head, which is creepy enough.
Right. Yeah.
As they are watching. They have gotten out of the car. They're watching him now. And
this is what nothing.
He gives him a nice big kiss and pulls the tongue out with his teeth.
Yeah.
And I think that's the scene that everybody was talking about after this movie came out. That's the big tongue kiss scene. The big French kiss from the creeper. You don't want the big French kiss from the creeper. He's kind of tough.
Yeah.
He's tough on you.
Oh my God. It was good when you saw it because we were standing on the side and watching. Oh my God, that is just so
so wrong on so many levels.
So wrong on so many levels, yeah.
So yeah, naturally, that's the face you would give when you see a guy doing that. And again, it looks like a guy to them at this point.
Yeah.
It's still he still hasn't really revealed himself to them. So it's a great smash cut to the wheels burning rubber. They get the hell out of there.
Yeah, to not watch that. I mean, I think I would have gotten out of there when the head came over my windshield.
Well, there you go. Just keep on trucking. And he opens up his little, I guess it's a meat truck of some kind or something. It's a refrigeration truck. I don't know. And he's throwing stuff in there. And he closes the door. And they have a nice little bit where he actually opens the door again and throws the head back in. Like I forgot that. And throws it. So I thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
I found it amusing. I don't know. My cryptic sense of humor, I found it amusing. So we're moving forward. They see another house, another creepy house. And she's like, there could be a phone in there. We need to get to a phone. We need to call 911. Yeah, that's what she should have done about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And there's a creepy lady. It's the cat lady.
Yes, it is. Who is that?
Eileenbrennan was in
Clue.
Clue. She was in what's the Goldie Hawn private?
Oh wow. Shoot.
That's probably she's best known for.
Yeah, that's what she is best known for. That movie.
The Goldie Hawn
movie. She can't remember it. Yeah, she was a private. Damn.
And
it'll come to me.
what was the other one she was in? It was like Clue. There was two of them. She was Miss Peacock in Clue. I know that.
Yes.
She was also in another. She was in Murder by Death.
Murder by Death. Oh, I love
Sam
that.
Diamond's sidekick. In
Yeah.
She's been in a lot of stuff though.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was her last film, but it was close. It was close to her last film, if not the last one. So she's like, "Hey, get out of my yard. I don't need you here." And they're like, "Hey, we want to use your phone." "I don't have a phone. Stay away from my cats." Blah 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 blah. She's a crazy lady. And then we look out and we saw a scarecrow earlier coming in, and it was just a very generic, kind of lame scarecrow. And then we see that, and you know it's the creeper.
Yeah, he gets around, doesn't he?
Yeah. So she shoots at him with her shotgun, and again, when he's hurt, he kind of flies around, and he has to replace that body part when you hurt him.
Yes. Yeah.
So
you kind of wonder why he did.
Yes, Eileenbrennan. She's freaked out. So she runs in the house. She goes, "You're on your own." She runs in her house. And inside the house, the creature evidently gets in, the creeper, because they see shotguns. They hear the shotgun, and you see the window light up with the shotgun blast a couple of times. And then she comes back out onto the porch there, and she's being held by the creeper. So he got her.
Poor man.
So they haul him. They get the hell out of there. But he's in the road. Again, he's managed to somehow get to the road before they can, get away. And they decide they're going to run him down. They're going to run him over. Or Trish decides she's going to run him over.
Mm-hmm.
So she puts the pedal to the metal, and he does this thing where he just kind of walks over the car a couple of times. They try to reverse back over him, and he does the same thing backwards. And then she manages to catch him off guard and actually runs him over.
Yeah.
And then she decides, "I'm going to back over him." And then she goes over him again.
Several times.
And a wing pops out. This is the weird part, is when they see his body on the ground, and he's obviously been hit 3 or 4 times by the car. A wing just pops out for no reason. A bat wing.
A bat wing. Yeah, well, I mean, you squish something, it squeezes it, and that's what happens. It's like a pimple.
This is when we realize, okay, this thing is something supernatural. It's some kind of demon or a gargoyle of some kind. This is a monster that there's more to this than just a guy killing people.
Yeah.
Just a sick guy that's killing people and making tableaus out of their bodies. So they do get to the police station in the next town. They're on the phone with their mom. They say, "Hey, we're on our way." I don't think they tell the mom about what's going on. And then Giselle shows up.
No need to worry her.
Yeah. And then Giselle shows up.
Yeah.
Now, I may be wrong about this, but I do believe this is the same actress that was in The Matrix as one of the people that Neo talks to.
Maybe, but I remember her from Bones.
I should probably look that up. But in any case, She tells them that she knows what's going to happen. She doesn't want to specifically tell them what's going to happen. They're starting to guess as to what's going to happen. One of them is going to be a victim of the creeper, and she won't say which one. She says she's there to try to see if she can make the future change so that they don't die. The guy at the police desk there, he's a sergeant. The hell's his name? Sergeant Davis Tubbs, played by Brandon Smith.
All right.
He's like, Giselle, you crazy old coot, get out of here. Stuff like that. And he explains that she's a psychic and she's helped him with police cases and stuff. And again, she just knows way too much.
She knows a lot.
So she's the real deal. And the creeper shows up. And so, some bad stuff's going to happen at the police station because it's only like 20 minutes till the end of the film, maybe 15 minutes to the end of the film. So, some bad stuff's going to happen. It's going to be the obligatory, okay, a lot of police are going to get killed by the creeper probably.
Killed, and they did. They did.
Well,
almost the whole police force.
Less than I was expecting.
It was?
Yes.
I don't know. He seemed to have the upper hand. I guess he was less because he got what he wanted.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah. So the lights go out and the phones go out at the same time. And the Sergeant Tubbs says something to that effect. And then the security lights, the backup lights come on. So it's very dark, creepy. And we hear some ruckus down in the jail area. And a guy goes down there with a flashlight. And they show some different shots of the different prison cells. And then they show the shot of the creeper eating somebody.
Oh God.
Yeah. And then he puts his hand through this guy and they flash a flashlight on him and you can see a hole like through his whole body. Now the creeper, there's actually a character in DC Comics called the Creeper. So I'm wondering how they get away with that legally, but anyway,
But Jeepers,
they don't actually call him the Creeper in the film.
No,
I think fans just do that. They call him the Creeper.
Yeah,
maybe that's how they got away with it. Just like they don't call the zombies in the George Romero film zombies.
Zombies. Yeah,
they call them like the Walking Dead or the undead.
Yeah, because somebody else coined that phrase and they can't use it.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. So the Creeper is stalking them still. And he actually grabs Giselle.
Yes.
And I don't know. I haven't seen any of the other films, so I don't know if she comes back for any of these films. But he lets her go. He smells her.
Yeah.
Another creepy smell. Maybe she didn't give him enough fear or something. He just lets her go. And runs up after Trish and Darius.
Oh, that was his PR agent.
Yeah, there you go. Keep talking about me, babe. We'll do lunch sometime. So they get into like an interrogation room, which has a huge window to the outside. Most interrogation rooms
come on.
A huge window that the victim or the victim, the defendant can jump out the window like Ted Bundy.
Really?
So that was kind of interesting. Now they've got the two-way mirror because we have a scene where, and I think it's here, but you can't really see it because it's very dark. But Trish is looking in the mirror, and the creeper's on the other side of the mirror. He's like right there, and it's very creepy.
Yeah.
And then he jumps through the window. He jumps through the glass mirror.
Right.
And he grabs them by the neck, choking them, both of them. There he is coming through. And they're about to die. Oh, he's actually sniffing them to see who's got the most fear. Because he wants the one with the most fear. He feeds off of that, evidently. So Darius is the bigger wimp because he's got more fear, I guess. So he throws Trish to the wall. And that's when the police show up. Sergeant Tubbs comes to save the day. And Darius is like, please don't shoot me.
Oh, please shoot me. Shoot me through.
He's right there, and the creeper is like holding him in front of him, so he's a hostage. It's a hostage situation now. But here's the creature, and there's a face that only a mother can love right there. There's where we see the creeper as he really is. Yes, so he's obviously some kind of demonic gargoyle thing. And that's when he screams his defiant scream at Trish, who says, "Take me. You want me. Take me instead. Don't take Derry." And he's just screaming and shrieking at the police and her. And then he jumps out the window with Derry.
Yeah, that was a long enough thing that somebody could have gotten. See, this is when you need SWAT. It's when you need.
He jumps out the window and flies off because both of his bat wings have come out this time, and then he flies off.
Yeah.
So we finally see him in his full form. And she runs out of the station in double quick time, tries to chase after him, but he's gone. He's flying up into the moonlight.
Chasing helicopters.
So Giselle doesn't give her anything comforting at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry, kiddo. I tried. See you later. Enjoy the rest of your life without your brother.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there's a thing about blackbirds in this too. They're crows. They're a symbol of death, and they're all around that church that he was at. Oh, by the way, he burned the church because they called the police on him. I forgot to mention that earlier. So he burned up the church. That's right. So all of the tableau that he made, it's all burned up.
It's all gone.
So he's got to start from scratch. These punks, these kids ruined my plans. But we see more crows and birds, so we know that the creeper is close by, and there's like a factory, an old worn out factory thing there, and he goes, the camera pans in, and he's working on something, and then we see Darius's tattoo, and the camera pans up, and we see Darius's open mouth, so we know he's probably dead, and then we pans up, and he doesn't have any eyes.
Nice. No, they had a creepier scream when the movie came out, and then they kind of dulled it down a little bit when it went on television. But it stopped me from watching the movie. It was just so pitiful. It was like, oh my God, please.
And then the creeper's the creeper looks through the face, and he's got Darius's eyes.
Eyes.
Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those creepers? Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those eyes?
Oh my God.
So that's it. It's an hour and a half. It's a standard, training film for like unfortunately we don't have drive-in theaters anymore, but it's that kind of animal,
We don't. Aren't there one or two left?
I'm sorry?
Aren't there one or two left? Drive-ins.
There probably is. I mean, they probably just kept a couple of them going in some places because of nostalgia and that kind of thing.
I love it.
Yeah, we all grew up with them, and they were very interesting, and it was a lot of fun. You can get in a whole car in for like $10, and put the little speakers on the inside of the windows and crank up the windows as far as you could to try to keep the mosquitoes out, and you would be in your pajamas
and just watch a film in your car.
Yeah, just watch a film with the family. Now you just got to do Netflix.
Yeah,
get the popcorn. Everybody shares.
Diminished now.
But that was an experience that everybody should have experienced. I think
they should have. Oh my God!
So, any other stories from this film that come to mind as far as how did you get the part? Did you
I auditioned about four. I auditioned for the part. Did it for about 4 times. Had a good time doing that. While we were on set, that was like living like a vampire because there were all night scenes, all in Florida. Yeah, they were all night issues. Oh, they shot this in Florida. Yeah, up near
it looks like
Sarasota, I think, near Sarasota. A couple of areas, where they have lots of fields and stuff like that.
Okay.
And the parts where I got snatched out of the car and everything, it was just like a long stretch of road and different areas along that road, but it was pretty much around the same place for a large part of that film, and like I said, it was like living like a vampire. It's like you would go up there at 6 o'clock and get out by about 5 a.m. It was terrific. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And the guy that played the creeper would get in full makeup well before we all got up there. So he spent most of his time hiding behind the trailers and jumping out at anybody that went.
Now that was actor Jonathan Breck.
Breck, yes.
Jonathan Breck
was
his name. And I'm
don't
guessing he
think
played the creeper in all the other films?
All the other films. I don't think I would ever recognize him without the makeup because we never saw him without the makeup. Okay. You know, we just saw him as a creeper. And let me see. I remember when they built the head for John Bashara, the cop, and that was just, oh my God, that was so creepy. And he was a great sport because they had made a hole to pull his actual head through it to show them doing that. And all of that hole was sort of fiberglassy. So they tried to keep it as much away from his neck as possible, but he still had a couple of little bruises from it, you know.
Oh man!
But he was such
you out the car window at 50 miles an hour, and they hung you out the car window at 50 miles an hour.
Well, we were on a flatbed truck, so we're driving, but not actually driving. The truck was driving.
Oh, okay.
And the woman that did the that was standing still. That was over in another area entirely. The car was standing still and she got pulled out of it 5 or 6 times. Her name was is Iris Lynn Sherman, and we met on the set. Another actor. We're best friends ever since. It was like, oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah. What is it? That was 2009, I think. No, 2001. 2001.
Yeah,
so
before that, yeah.
Yeah. So about 23. We took us 5 years to realize we lived around the corner from each other because I thought that she did not live here. And but yeah, they made her do that about 30, 40 times till they found the right hole to come out of the car.
Yeah, when a director has his vision, he just has to have it look exactly the way he sees it in his mind.
Ways he sees it, and he definitely got it. When we found out, doing the film, it was like, okay, another horror film. We had no idea it would become the way that it became at all by any set of standards whatsoever. That was the first horror film, and I'm not a horror film aficionado. I don't watch them because then I start checking closets and underneath my bed, and and I sleep with the light on. I just it's not something that I do. Some people love to be scared. I like to be okay. Where's the gun?
Again, it comes with the territory with me. I got to watch them, but but yeah, there are some that give me nightmares more than others. Again, zombie movies give me nightmares for a couple of days after. So there it is.
There it is. And
so we'll definitely have to look up Casadega and see if we can get you back for that.
Yeah,
maybe
that would be nice.
Yeah. And what does that movie involve? I mean, what does that training film have in it?
Oh, it's about a man that kidnaps women and then turns them into puppets by dismembering them and then putting wooden joints on them and then hanging them up on the ceiling. Yeah, it's I play a psychic in that one. I'm the psychic in that one.
You get to be the Giselle in that one.
Right. Yeah. And a couple of Florida actors from here, Russ Blackwell and myself and a couple of others. I can't remember. It's been a long time. But yeah, it was also very, very, very weirdly creepy.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like the perfect thing for the show. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. I really appreciate it. Avis-Marie Barnes, ladies and gentlemen. And the movie we just did was Jeepers Creepers, the first one, the original. Which went on to like a cult film status like Chucky and Freddy Krueger and all those other films where they have the Leprechaun.
Yeah, every Halloween.
Yeah, there you go. So Very fun.
Thank
a lot of
you.
great stories. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Major Hazzard.
Yes,
She's on
thank you
assignment.
very
She's
much.
not showing her face.
Yes, I'm on a secret assignment, but we loved it. Fantastic.
She's from
The
Yonkers.
cadets loved it. Yes, I'm from Yonkers. The cadets loved it as well. JD from Tasmania said, great show tonight. He loves the conversation. Thank you to all of our other cadets. And we're good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Next week, we start season 5 with Buckaroo Banzai Across the 8th Dimension. And we got Billy Vera coming in to talk to us about that. He was in it as a Blue Blazer regular, one of Buckaroo's guys. Until then, keep an eye out for those big monsters.